Mr. Cash.
Yes, hello.
Actually, I wrote my question, but I want to read it again. I want to know what is your vision for the next 3 years or more. So I don't know, just I'm new with this science and knowledge, and
I
I
can
want to
guess
set a
where you are
balance
from, but do you
between.
want us to tell us who you are, where you're from? That's our tradition. Who are you?
I'm
Where
from
are you?
Iran.
Yes, I
I'm
get
Kimia
that.
from Iran.
Yes, okay. Our vision is very simple. It's laid out very clearly. We will see. We'll see world peace. We already entered it. We just matter of polishing it. Some nations will clean up their own house for what they've done wrong before, but that's their internal war between themselves, not us, as we see in the United States. Otherwise, it's clean-up time for themselves. Progressively, we see the evolution in science and technology, and a lot of things in the next 3 to 5 years will not be what we know today. Mainly, we will not see armies. We will see eradication of military forces due to 2 or 3 factors. The knowledge brought out and will bring out will make the present arms obsolete. Secondly, the present situation in the world does not allow no nation to buy arms. They cannot afford it, unless there are corrupt nations who try to just put some money in the bank, doesn't matter what the nation does. Then we see eradication of hunger in the next 3 to 5 years. I had this discussion in the teaching last Tuesday that talking about the satellites. In fact, the Keshe Foundation does not need to rely on satellites. You have the technology much better than satellites. The system which you develop will fly and supply the energy needed for food. Satellites in reality become obsolete in that sense. But at the same time, we see eradication of total and absolute eradication of use of fossil fuel. Very soon, very rapidly, we will see the end of use of fossil fuel. Because once the new technology on the magnetic and the gravitational field released, people will take the engines out of their cars. So simple. This is what we're going to do, hopefully, in a very short time in Iran in the university. This is one of the first projects I wanted to be in it. It's on the table of the work the university wants to do. And I said, I'm in it. And with the Keshe Foundation Knowledge Seekers, we want to bring a special system out, and I'm in it for everything which is going to be. So we see many oil tankers you see on the high seas, they'll stay there. They rot and they pollute, and so we have to plan for them. It's the beauty of what we'll get back. We'll see by reduction in the use of what we call fossil fuel, a lot of changes. We see new illnesses due to change of atmosphere because we go back to more cleaner atmosphere and we are not used to it. We see the end of the drugs and drug trafficking in the next 3 to 5 years. We do not see anything in that line. What I see is the end of what we call the present propulsion flights as we introduce more and more new flight systems because become obsolete by their nature. What I see, mankind will keep the space station as a memory of good old days very soon because man will move beyond space into Mars and Moon and beyond solar system in a matter of minutes. We see the end of kingship and leadership. It will become a collective human race to support itself. I see the end of hungers through the process, as I explained, and the same medicine. What I see, it's very simple, is the fact what I know what technology have. And in fact, we see the world governments will change to it because of the corona. Corona wasn't that bad. It brought a lot of good things. What we see is more or less the crash in the property market. People will give you their houses to live in it. Because With the present knowledge and what is to come in next 5 to 10 years, people do not need to live in crowded cities. It'll be an option. What we see, one of the first things in the next maybe 2 to 3 years is part of the program of the Keshe Foundation, what we're working in the background, is end to mining. That will come very, very fast. And the beginning of it is already set up in Arizona testing centers, which means we do not go into the resources to deplete and destroy the farms, the gardens, and the yards, and the jungles, and whatever. We will have respect for the planet. The knowledge will come through transfer of the fields. We don't let the earth to do. In so many ways, I see the end of slaughtering animals. That is one of the first things mankind will stop. Then nature will find its own balance. And this is due to be able to deliver food or what we call energy for life will eradicate the use of animals. This is 100% sure will be on the card. On the other hand, we'll see the end of use of and destruction of the planet. These all will come together. Now that we have started, especially with Corona, now the technology comes, people have to accept it because of the Corona. And as it comes, we accepted that it works, we start building. The research and development in the new technology of the plasma and understanding of the world of the universe will change that rapidly. What I see is colonization. Man will start colonizing very, very fast. We go to New York for the best restaurant. We go to Mars for a coffee and bag. These are not dreams. These are what is on the card. You will see it. We'll make these places to fit us as living. As we have created the Dome of Peace, we created the Dome of Life, living on a different planet. In so many ways, we will see entrepreneurs will not open beautiful restaurants and service stations. They build these centers across in different routes that people can and watch the beauty of the creation. Mankind's way of working will change in the next 20 years. None of us will work because we have to work to live. We will work with the pleasure of it. We all become scientists and we all become devoted to serve. Because everybody else is busy doing nothing and everybody else will do what they like. I don't wish it. I know what is to come. We'll see a new life, new cycle. I see a new birth, and that birth will change everything which comes with it. Birth of new cycle for man. And with it will come a birth of new cycle for the whole of the universe. We are the tiniest dust, but we become the important dust. I see a lot, end of religions, because every man become religious to the order of the correct order. We believe through the soul of ours, and we see what the prophets saw. We live by their ethos, not by us talking about it. There is one thing for sure, and that's for sure 100%. We'll see a lot of marriages in the marriages between mankind and other races who are here too shy to show themselves. Because now man has quieted, man has matured, we will see that. They will not hide in the clothes of man, they'll be themselves. And this will bring a lot of shock to a lot of us because we don't eat them, we don't see them as food. In so many ways, we have changed the course of humanity, and we'll see how human race will respond to it. My vision is very simple because I know what I brought, and I know what I planned, and I know what I'm delivering, and I know what I'm going to get from it. And there's one thing for sure, I will die in the most beautiful place in the universe. in the physical dimension.